Welcome to On the Move.
Hello preppers and patriots, thanks for watching. My name is Mack and this is On the Move. Today we are going to do a video on some gear here. This is, in my opinion, one of the most important items of gear that any prepper can have, and this is the bug out bag. I will also do a little small review on some other items that I have in the bug out bag and explain why I like them and what I've used them for. So this bag is one of the coolest bags I have found, and it has been really useful for me. This is the Eberlestock Warhammer backpack. I use this backpack to go hiking, I use it to go rucking, I use it to camp. This bag is very versatile. It can be very small or it can be very, very large. This bag can actually hold like over 100 pounds of gear easily, and it's basically, you know, however your imagination can go. This bag is very, very versatile. Anything you want to move basically that can fit within the straps, you can haul. If you can attach it, you can haul it. So this thing is pretty awesome, and it's really comfortable too. That's one thing I really like about this bag, is the comfort level of it. But anyway, so let me move on here and we'll start showing the back here, show the features. First thing first here, we got the front of it, and as you can see, it's got these straps here that go over top to these two connecting points and straps that connect over to it. The stitching in it is really, really nice. It's got the MOLLE everywhere. It's also got the kidney belt MOLLE too, which I've put these pouch attachments on it, and these have been really useful for me because one thing I've noticed is that when I'm rucking and I have a vest on and my vest has ammo on it, when I put the kidney belt over top of it, the belt is actually going across my gear. So what I do is I just take out my pouches and I put the pouches in this right here. So I'm able to access my magazines and everything while I am rucking, and it's not being covered up by my kidney pouch or kidney strap. It works really well. So I got these off of Amazon.com. I'll put a link to them in the description of this video. And these are really awesome. They're really helpful. This is also an attachment here, an attachment pouch. So it's been something that I've used just to add a little bit more to my gear here. So as you can see, this is just attached to the MOLLE on the top here. I really like this thing. It's pretty cool. But as you can see, it doesn't match, so it may look ugly. One thing I like about the Eberlestock company is that they have rain covers to go with your bag. So as you can see, this is a water-resistant material. It's a rain cover. I think this is their Unicam or Omnicam pattern. I can't remember what it's called. I'll put a link to this in the description of this video as well. But it's got the Eberlestock logo right there, Eberlestock. And anyway, I really like this because I live in the Pacific Northwest and it rains quite a lot. So this is pretty water resistant, this material, but it's really, really beneficial to have something like this where I am at, because it can rain and rain and rain and rain and everything could be wet, and you could not be able to start a fire out here. So to keep your gear dry is really, really important. And one also cool feature about this bag, or this cover, is that it comes in blaze orange here. So if you're laying your bag down and you don't want to have to look for it really hard because it is camo, and it's pretty decent camo at that, this is very similar to this is basically like a digital multicam pattern, which is why I got it, because I like multicam. So, but anyway, you can just put this on here and you can find your bag easily when you put it down. And also you can use this as a signaling device if you're trying to get somebody's attention, or if you're going hunting and you don't want to get shot. This is a great thing to have. So I really like this, and they have different sizes for different size bags on Eberlestock. So anyway, so let's go to actually show you the back here of this bag, and we'll go over the actual padding on it. The padding, you see the big lumbar support right there. It is very, very cushiony, and all this material here is breathable, which is really what I like about this bag, is that you don't really sweat, and it doesn't maintain a whole bunch of heat in these spots. You don't have a bunch of hot spots where you're just sweating like crazy from. Anyway, this is really comfortable on the kidney pad. You got the big lumbar support. You got really cushiony pads right here. It's all the air wick stuff, that moisture wicking. So even if you do sweat on it, it's not gonna. These pads aren't gonna be wet and soaked and cold on your back when you put it back on or whatever. You got the carry handle. It's all pretty neat, and it all is on this frame right here, so it's real sturdy and it's not like sagging either way on your back. Okay, now let's flip it over and we'll open it up here and show you guys. And this backpack is so awesome. I can't get enough of this bag. I love it so much. Anyway, so you have these two clips right here. All right, you clip across, and it's this part that opens up. Okay, so it holds it in this way. All right, and then you have these other clips right here that open that way, and it holds everything in this way. Okay, so one cool thing about this bag is it has those two ways being held in, and we'll get to that in a second as to why that's really important. All right, it's got these two like tunnel holder things. Basically, they're just pouches, long pouches, and they zip together in the middle here with the zipper. Okay, so and now the coolest part of this whole bag is the butterfly. It opens up. Now this is why I said this kind of strapping was awesome, because you can fill this thing up, and as long as these straps go, that's how long you can fill stuff in it. So you got these straps that go over the side here, and look at all that room that they have. And you got these straps that go over the front here. Alright, and you can fill this thing up with stuff that is that much room. I mean, you can't even see all that in the camera there. Like, look at all that room that you could fit stuff into. So it's pretty incredible, and I'll show you here as we actually demonstrate what it can hold. One cool thing I also like about these things is that they have these little Velcro things that come with. It's actually attached to the strap itself. That way, if you have a bunch of excess strap, you can strap it down and make it look all nice and neat. I mean, you can even do better than what I did there, but it just keeps you from having all these loose straps hanging around. Another cool feature here, we have the actual pouches themselves, the tubular pouches. You can access it from the top right here. Okay, so on this side. And if you look at the zipper, I mean, just even look at the zipper here. It is really cool. I mean, really cool design. This little piece of plastic here makes it real easy for you to grab, and it's just real, feels good in your hand. The zippers are real smooth. I mean, look at that. There's no snag. High quality zippers. You open up, look at that. I got that thing action packed up to the top. It's got a little mesh pouch here. Same kind of zipper. I mean, these things are awesome, man. I got little spices in here and all sorts of other goodies here for when I go camping and stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, everything is really high quality. The stitching's great. The zippers are awesome, and it's got the little rain flap here, so you can keep the rain out of your zipper there, out of your pouches. But another cool feature here is that if you don't have stuff at the very top of this here, and you want to access something from like at the bottom of this pouch, and you know it's at the very bottom, well, one cool feature is it's got side pouches here. You can access anything in there. How cool is that? I really like that. I got my sleeping bag in here. This is a little jungle bag. I got shamog. I got it's a little mesh bag here with other stuff in it. I mean, and this thing isn't even all the way full. It looks like it is, but it's got these little tie downs here. And look at all that extra room. I mean, that's an unbelievable amount of space that you can haul stuff in on this. And that's just on the outside of the main carry compartment. This main space is where you can put a crazy amount of stuff. Now, if you're like me and you have a bunch of like clothing that you take out layers with you when you go hiking, then this area would be where you probably use the majority of your clothes. I put all my utility stuff in the side pouches here, and also got like fire starting kit in here. I got another pouch over here with the same kind of fire starting stuff. I use this right here. This is a prescription pill bottle full of dryer lint. So it's a little fire starting thing. Again, I live in the Pacific Northwest and it rains a lot, so I want to have a lot of options here. I got cotton balls covered in petroleum jelly, and I got like flint and stuff like that. So I got all sorts of different ways that I can go about starting fire. I like to have at least 3 different methods of starting a good fire. So anyway, this is just a really cool bag. So many ways that you can organize and keep your stuff separate and keep it all manageable, basically. So anyway, I got another 2 pouches here. This has got a bunch of cordage in it and a whole bunch of other stuff in there too. I mean, it's got so much junk in there too. But yeah, I've got all this room here. I mean, it's a crazy amount of room you have. And one cool thing about the interior portion of this, and one thing about Eberlestock themselves, is they actually have scabbards that you can slide in through here. If you can see the bottom part, it unzips, and you can put something in through there, okay? And the top part, this is already unzipped, and you can put it into there. So you can actually slide the scabbard in, and you can hold your rifle on your back, covered from the rain, totally covered and concealed too. One reason why I actually like this backpack is because it comes in several different colors. This color is the dry earth that they have, and I like dry earth because it's not very military looking. I mean, it could go either way, but it's also pretty good for blending into like dirt or the woods or whatever. I like it because it's very versatile at that. I could carry this on my back and somebody may not necessarily know that it's a military style backpack. And even with a rifle in the back of it, the way their scabbards are designed, it doesn't necessarily look like a military style backpack. But if I want to be all decked out, camouflaged and stuff, I just throw that sucker over top of it and I'm blending in really well. And anyway, I like this because I kind of go by the gray man philosophy of where you just kind of blend in. If I was in a bug out scenario and I was in the woods, yeah, I'd want to use camo. But now let's say I'm going into town and I don't want to stand out like a sore thumb. I don't want to be all camouflage looking. Then I may just carry this like this and in the small version of this. So where it's just the like this put together, and I'd obviously take off my camo here, and it'd be good to go. Nobody would know. And I could be traveling like that. Nobody would notice that. I have a rifle in my hand. I wouldn't look like a target. So I like it a lot. Anyway, moving on. Going back to the actual review here. It's pretty cool. So I will go ahead and start loading this up and showing you guys what all stuff you can carry in this. And I'm not even going to fill this up as much as it can go. First things first, I got another sleeping bag here. I'll put right there. And let's see, I've got a multicam tarp here. This is very helpful out here in the Pacific Northwest. Got 2 pairs of wool socks. Put it right there. I've got the multicam trousers here. And attached to the trousers, I have already on my belt there a Gerber knife. This is my favorite knife from Gerber. I really love this knife a whole lot. This thing has seen some action. It's cheap, but it's got the blade going all the way down through it, so it's not going to break off because it's pinned on. This is pinned on in 2 different places all the way down. So it's one solid piece of metal with a rubber handle around it. Super sharp, and I've used several of these. I bought like 10 of these. They're so cheap. But they're really durable, and all Gerber products come with a lifetime warranty. Has this little sheath that you put on your belt. You can have your knife on you at all times, and it comes in really handy. I really like it. This is a really good knife. I'll add a link to it in the description of this video as well. Anyway, these clothes, as you can see, they start to take up a lot of room. And if you just had a regular backpack and you're trying to shove these in the side of this pack, you'd be having a heck of a time. It would not go over so well for you. So anyway, we'll zip this up here. I've got more. I've got the multicam top to go with it. And let's add some more here too. I got, let's say, a wool, big wool jacket and a thermal top to go with that. Why not? Let's just add a camp axe with it. Obviously you need that. By the way, this camp axe is pretty cool. This is Fisker's little camp axe. I got this off of Amazon, and this thing's seen a lot of use too. But it's real lightweight. This whole thing is hollow on the inside there, and it's made out of polymer plastic. but the blade goes all the way through there, and it's really sturdy construction. The blade can be sharpened, which is really cool. I like that about this thing. I've sharpened this a few times, but this thing's cut a lot of wood, and I mean, as you can see, it's, you know, it's still in pretty good shape. The blade doesn't have any real big chips in it. I mean, it's got a few low spots, but it's still pretty sharp. I mean, this thing is really nice, and it's super lightweight. I mean, this, I don't know exactly, but it feels like it's probably only like maybe 3 pounds tops. Probably not even that. That's probably, you know, way too much. But yeah, it's pretty light. I really like it though. It does a really good job, and I mean, it's got a little spot for a lanyard in there. I don't have a lanyard attached. But one thing I didn't like about this is that it comes in this big plastic case that's kind of meant to hang in your garage. It's not really, and it doesn't really cover the front part. You just kind of clip it in. So I ended up getting this sheath to go with it, and I really like this sheath. It's leather. It takes a while for it to expand and to stretch. It's real hard to get it in there at first, but just put it in there and let it sit for like a week, and it'll start to loosen up. But put it in there, you snap it in. Yeah, it snapped okay. Excuse me. You put it in there and you snap it in, and then it's got this little loop here that you can put your belt through it and just hang it on your belt and have this accessible whenever you need it. This found really, really helpful to me. It's been really helpful because we actually we lost our camp axe the very first day of a camping trip, and then we ended up finding it underneath the pile of wood that we had gathered up. So having your camp axe strapped at your hip is really helpful, and we have never lost a camp axe since then. So anyway, put that in there. Again, I'll put a link to this at the bottom of this video as well in the description. Alright, so now, how in the world are we going to pack all this? Well, let's give it a try. Let's see what we can do. This is a lot of stuff, but you know what? I have hauled a lot more in this bag. So here we go. First things first, let's strap the sides together here. Squeeze all this stuff in. In fact, I'll tuck this right there. Alright, so it's definitely going to fit that way. And we can tighten this down a lot more, so I'm not worried about this. Alright. And put that in. Now we're going to start tightening this down. Try to get this even. Oh man, there's a lot of room in there. Alright, then we will make sure everything's in there nice and snug. Tighten this one down. There we go, that's super tight there. As you can see, I mean, this is already looking awesome. So then you have the top part here. You snap in, tighten that down a little bit, snap this one in. Oh, twist it up. Tighten that down. Okay, and then we've got a whole bag packed here. I mean, this is pretty awesome, right? Look at all that we have, and I mean, nothing's falling out. As you can see, it's still pretty good, right? Okay, so, and obviously, I mean, look at all the room in this. Look how much more stuff that you can add. You can pull this stuff down here, and you can add so much stuff either down at the bottom here, like a tent or a sleeping bag or whatever. And look at all this room. I mean, it goes out so much further, and these straps do the same thing. I mean, look, you get that much room this way of extra room, so it's, you know, that much on each side. That's a lot. This is only a fraction of what this bag can hold. Anyway, so I really like this bag. Really cool, really versatile. And obviously, like this, you know, if you have a lot of clothes, you got a lot of layers that you're taking out with you, camping, hiking, rucking, you can use this as an inch bag. Inch stands for I am never coming home. So it's pretty good. It's a great bug out bag. Really versatile, and again, because all this is here, you may be concerned about it getting wet. That's where your rain cover comes in handy, and now you don't have to worry about that. This will keep all your clothes dry, and it will camouflage your bag. So if you don't like your bag being, you know, an eyesore with having like different things like multicam, dryer, and a green olive drab pouch right here or something. And again, this is an add-on that I added here. But if you don't like that, you can cover it all up and make it all look the same. So it's all uniform. Anyway, that's my review on the Eberlestock Warhammer backpack. I really love this bag. I love everything about it. It's just a really good bag, high quality. You know, the stitching's great. It's got such a huge versatility. It can go between carrying hardly anything to carrying almost everything that you can possibly imagine. This bag could hold as much weight as you can pack in there. There's really no limit to it. It's just a matter of what you can hold. And you're more likely to not be able to hold it than the bag is. So anyway, this is my review on the Eberlestock Warhammer backpack. I hope you guys like this review, and please don't forget to subscribe and comment below. And if you guys would like to check out the website OnTheMoveShow.com, I got a bunch of cool stuff on there. I got a blog, got a whole bunch of different things on there that you can feel free to check out. Well, anyway, that's my video, guys. Thanks for watching, and as always, know your rights, assert your rights, get on the move.